Alright, good afternoon. Time check, it's 1:01 and we're joined by 17 classmates. Can I see a wave if you can hear me loud and clear, please? Alright, thank you. Alright, so how was your RT week? I hope you enjoyed and had fun. And sana walang casualties and learning as well. Dapat, di ba? Ayan, so this is... Ah, this is quite short because I think everybody's quite familiar already with the topic that you see on screen right now. This is imaging and design for social impact, right? So let us talk about them in relation to the fundamentals, the branding, and effective composition. Okay, so pero before we do that, let's check the attendance. We are now 22. Adamos, give me a wave. Isabella? I thought naririnig ako. Hindi yata ako naririnig ni Isabella. Maybe she will join us later. No. Okay, so we'll remove those who are not responding. Bagitan? Bidayan? Brihino?
Present.
Okay. Shiri May? Tabanaw? 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 Please focus. Once you enter the class, you focus. Hindi yung enter kayo para lang nag-enter kayo because of that attendance. It's not like that. Okay? So, Clemente. See? She's not responding, so we will remove Clemente. Comandao. I said, give me a wave. Da Costa. Carmelinda. Clarence Da Costa. Dizon. Evangelista. Fodulia. Guzman. Ildefonso. Infantado. Mitra. Mondejar. Mondejar. Muega. Naive. Nolasco. Obilio. So that's honey, no? Kisha Obilio. Pagunsan. Palermo. Pulangas. Reyes. Romero. Tolentino. And Vinluan. Right, so those whom I was not able to call and respond, write down your name in our chat box. I called you Clemente, I called you Tabanao, I called you Mondejar, right? Okay, so thank you. Now, so imaging, like what I said, this is short so that you have ample time in doing the final exercise in our LMS, right? So this is today is Friday, and this is our second to the last meeting, and then the last meeting will be December 5, and then the week of December 12, so that's December 8 or 9, right? So that will be our final exam, right? So meaning to say, today and next week na lang ang ating pasok, okay? So imaging and design for social impact, which this one covers using graphic design fundamentals branding and composition to create visuals that effectively communicate messages for social campaigns, right? So the key elements include lines, shapes, and also colors. So building a brand identity with logos and typography is another one, and also using principles like alignment and white space to create a cohesive, impactful design, right? And so, as to the fundamentals of graphic design, this one involves the basic elements like the lines, the shapes, the form, the texture, and the balance, right? And also visual tools, which uses typography, images, colors, and other illustrations to convey a message. And then, of course, the purpose, right? So, understanding this fundamental is the foundation for creating any design, right? Especially one with with a social purpose. Abendaño, okay, I am calling you earlier, you were not responding, okay, so present. Now, another Ortega, okay, present. Branding and identity. So when we say brand identity, this is the visual representation of a brand, including its logo, the color palette, the typography. And how do you build a plan? In building a plan, basically it's a process which involves defining the brand's purpose, personality, and positioning to create a strong, consistent visual identity. And it should support graphics because additional visual elements are essential to support the brand's overall identity and message, right? So when we talk about this, so it should come with effective layout and composition. So that means we have to arrange the elements, right? So which involves strategically placing text, images, and other design elements to create a visually appealing and cohesive design. So effective composition uses principles such as proximity, alignment, white space, what else? Contrast, and the repetition to organize and guide the viewer's eye. And a well composed design is very crucial for ensuring the message is clear, memorable, and has the desired social impact as well, right? Now, so moving forward to our discussion, right? So Avendaño, Ortega, Tianco, Alcarji, Daril, Refugio. Okay, and okay, your attendance are acknowledged. Now let's move on. Right. So this presentation, therefore, explores the core concepts of imaging and design, which is aimed at creating meaningful social impact. Now, so we will cover fundamental design principles, the importance of branding, and effective composition techniques to drive positive change through visual communication. Okay. So, Bio, present. Now, so we will begin with an introduction to imaging and design for social impact, followed by graphic design fundamentals, and then next we will delve into branding and identity tailored for social initiatives, and conclude with layout and composition techniques to enhance design effectiveness. Right? Now, so this section lays the foundation by explaining what imaging and design mean in the context. Okay, again, what imaging and design mean in the context of social change and outlining the goals for this course, right? So, an introduction to imaging and design for social impact covers the fundamentals of graphic design, such as the use of lines, shapes, and colors, as well as key principles like balance and composition to create visuals that advocate for social causes. So this one involves building a brand identity, creating effective layouts, and using imagery to communicate a message that raises awareness and, of course, promote change. Okay. So we will explore the scope of the course, emphasizing the development of design skills that can effectively communicate social messages and inspire actions. Okay. Now, so the design act as a powerful tool to influence perceptions, raise awareness, and mobilize communities towards social causes. So we will discuss how thoughtful design can make a difference, right? So when we talk about this, the design basically drives the social change by using human-centered creative problem solving to address societal and environmental challenges through collaboration, empathy, and innovation as well, right? So this approach focuses on creating sustainable and equitable solutions for communities by empowering individuals, also improving accessibility and challenging the status quo, moving beyond mere aesthetics to provide meaningful impact and enrich lives as well, right? Now, so understanding the basics of graphic design is also critical for creating impactful visuals. Okay, so this section covers key elements and principles which are essential for effective design. Maruko, present. Ah, Adamos, are you here? Adamos? Okay, so I called you twice, 3 times, and also Diana. Diana, are you here? Can I see your hands? Clemente, yeah, I called you twice or thrice, but you did not respond. But just the same, you were in already. Okay. Yeah. So that is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So I said the instruction is give me a wave once you hear your name. Why do you have to speak? Diba? All you need to do is press the anong tawag dito? The raise hand button, diba? Anyway, so we have disconnect. We're experiencing comprehension. Sorry. All right. Now, so just the same. All right. So you're already here. So nothing's. Anyway. Okay. So, like what I've said, graphic design fundamentals. Charles Antonio, you're present. Include the basic building blocks of design, such as the line, the shape, the color, and of course the core principles that guide their arrangement, such as the contrast, the balance, and the hierarchy. So therefore, mastering these fundamentals is essential for creating a clear and effective and visually appealing designs, whether for web, for print, or other media use, right? Now, graphic design is the art of visual communications through the use of text, images, and layout. So its significance lies in its ability to clarify messages and engage audiences. Okay? So by definition, the graphic design is the art and practice of creating visual content to communicate messages, also combining typography, images, and color to convey information and ideas. Its significance lies in its ability to build brand identity, influence consumer behavior, and simplify complex information, and thereby improving user experience across different or various media like the website, advertisements, and of course products. Okay. Ayan. Da Costa, you are present. Okay, so on slide number 8, I hope you catch up. Those who came in a little late, please catch up. We are on slide number 8 now. So I hope you can also access the class files in our LMS. All the learning materials are uploaded. All right. in that tab in our LMS class files. Okay. All right. So let's move forward. These fundamental elements form the building blocks of design, each of them contributing to the overall aesthetic and message. So we will try to look at how they influence perception and also emotions. Okay? Now, on slide number 9, the balance ensures visual stability and harmony within a design. So let us examine different types of balance and how they guide the viewer's eye effectively. Okay. Now, before we go there, so may I ask everybody, everything's clear so far? Can I see a wave? I hope those who were not, or those who did not raise their hands, also equally understand what we are talking about. Okay. So now let's go to the branding. Okay. So when we talk about branding, so we understand that branding creates a recognizable identity for social initiatives, fostering trust and of course connection. So this section explores how to craft and manage impactful brand identities. Okay. Now, so a strong branding helps projects stand out, right? So communicate values clearly and also build lasting relationships with their audience and stakeholders, right? So we should understand that branding is important for social initiatives because it builds trust, differentiates the initiatives from others, and creates a clear, memorable identity that communicates its mission and the values to stakeholders like donors and the public. Right? So a strong brand fosters emotional connections, encourage support, and can lead to customer loyalty and greater impact. Okay? So that's on branding. Okay, so still on branding. There are key components such as the logos, the color schemes, the typography, and the messaging that basically contribute to a cohesive and compelling brand identity. Excuse me. Effective brand identity is built on combination of visual and non-visual elements that consistently represent a brand's value and personality. So the key components include a unique logo, the brand name, and tagline, right? So a consistent color palette and typography also is included, specific imagery and graphic style, and defined brand voice and tone. All of them together, these elements create a cohesive and recognizable brand experience for customers. Right? Okay, on slide 13, so this section focuses on design strategies that enhance clarity and engagement through effective arrangement of visual elements. Right? So the layout and the composition techniques involve arranging design elements to create balance, right? So harmony and clarity. Okay, so key techniques include using the rule of thirds, establishing a focal point, and applying principles like proximity. And when we talk about proximity, so this is grouping related items. And of course, another is alignment. So this is creating a cohesive structure. And other important methods involve using contrast for emphasis, incorporating white space, maintaining balance and repetition for consistency, and employing grids and the golden ratio for structure. Right? Okay, on slide 14 of 17, okay, proximity. Like what I've said, groups related items together while white space provides breathing room. So both essential for organized and readable designs. So the principles of proximity and white spaces are fundamental design concepts for organizing information and improving readability, right? Again, proximity involves grouping related items together and separating unrelated ones to show relationships, while the white space or the negative space is the empty area around elements that provides breathing room, improves focus, and prevents a design from feeling cluttered. Right. So alignment, right? So creates visual connections between elements and contrast, and highlights key information as well, improving overall comprehension. Okay. So applying the design principles of alignment and contrast are fundamental to creating clear, professional, and effective visual communication. The alignment creates order and structure, while contrast directs the eye and emphasizes important information as well. Okay. Now, so moving on to the next, repetition reinforces consistency and the brand recognition by repeating visual elements throughout the design, right? So basically, repetition creates design cohesion by repeating similar elements like colors, the shapes, and the front and the fonts to establish unity, visual rhythm, and the consistency across a project or brand. So this helps make a design feel professional and also strengthen its message and guides the viewer's eye through the information in an intuitive way. Now, to apply them effectively, repeat specific elements like the colors or styles consistently, and use variation in size or spacing to create interest without breaking the overall theme. Okay. Now, in conclusion, effective imaging and design are vital tools for social impact, combining fundamental design principles with strong branding and thoughtful composition to communicate messages that inspire change. Right. So I think that is the end of our discussion for our topic for this afternoon in relation to imaging and design for social impact. Are there questions? I'm asking. Thank you, Faith and Danielle and Shirley, right? And Honey Rose and Raj and Georgina and Arwen and Aliyah and Kyrie, all right? So in that aspect, may I direct your attention now in our elements for our final exercise, right? And so it's already activated in our LMS, and this is final exercise number two. Okay? So yun, so please mind the deadline and submit on time. Otherwise, huwag niyo na ako i-message na, Sir, sasubmit ko na lang dito. I-submit nyo sa comment, ha? Ayan, sa comment sinasubmit yan. Thank you. Alright, so, okay, so maybe you can go now and be well and safe always. God bless everybody. Thank you.